Sorry for keeping these.
You okay?
Yeah, good. A bit better this week than last week.
Can you update us with the injury situation to start with, please?
Yeah, we've got Theo Walcott's out for 3 weeks. Calf. Morgan Snidland, 2 weeks. Calf. We've got Fabian Delve, Jerry Mina, Seamus Coleman, light training. I've trained the last 2 or 3 days. And the long-term injuries. JP and Andrea, they're out for 4 months, I think.
Luca Dania.
He's trained this morning.
Yeah.
A little bit tight, but he has trained, so we're hopeful of him.
Schneiderlin and Walcott, bit of a blow there. It's disappointing.
Very disappointing considering how they played, you know what I mean? Obviously Theo on the counter-attack, Morgan covering the space in front of his back four. Big blow, obviously. So, but there you go, we move on.
Just how much has everybody been boosted at the club after that incredible win at the weekend?
Yeah, it's been great, hasn't it? 3 points are so important for us, gets us out the relegation zone. So, yeah, everybody's delighted.
Giving everybody a spring in the step this week in training, have you noticed?
Yeah, definitely. That's what happens when you get wins. Everybody's happier, aren't they? So, no, the boys seem good, train well, and motivated to go again.
And you yourself, we saw the emotions that you were pouring out on the touchline there. How did it actually feel in that situation at the time?
Probably just how I looked, a bit chaotic really. But no, it was exciting. It was emotional. Obviously, it's my first time on the touchline in the Premier League. So yeah, it was a fantastic day. And of course, I got caught up in it as well. But I think the players needed that encouragement. I think.
Do you think we can see that again in the future on this game coming up this weekend? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm not going to change. I'm just going to be myself. That's it. So I'm just going to be myself.
Has it given you a taste for the management position? I mean, you've talked about maybe not being ready for that quite yet, but given the situation and the emotions that you enjoyed at the time, has that made you think, well, that's something I might be fancying in the future? Yeah,
definitely. I think in the future, I think I'll look to progress to be a manager. Of course, now I know I can do it in one game. Of course, it's only one game. And it was, it was emotional, it was exciting, it was fantastic. And yeah, in the future, possibly I can move into management.
So how do you feel about taking the team to Old Trafford this weekend then?
Really excited. Obviously we're confident because we're off the back of beating Chelsea. Obviously Man United is on a great run. They've only lost one game all season at home. I think we've only won one game in the last 20 odd years there. So it's going to be very difficult for us, but it's a one we're going to be up for.
Manchester United, as you said, have been in a great run of form, but they've been a bit up and down at times over the course of the season, haven't they? It's a team in transition in many ways, isn't it?
Well, unfortunately, they're on the up at the moment, aren't they? So that's all really concentrating on. Man United are a very, very good team. They're in great form. It's going to be a big ask of us, but I'm sure we can make a good account of ourselves.
And if you were to get a win there, I mean, confidence would go even further up. It would be sky high by that point, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd be on the roof probably if we get a win there. But we can do it, and and that's what we're going to try and do.
Do you think there's more belief amongst the players now, having been through that process last weekend?
Yeah, I think when you get that victory, I think they realise that they are a good team. They've got a lot of good players in the squad. As long as they keep on covering that grass and running and tackling and fighting for the shirt, that'll take us a long way.
Obviously, the speculation continues about the management position. How much have you been sort of kept in the loop as to what's going on?
I don't know the negotiations, what's happening behind the scenes. Obviously, I've been told to take this game, and that's what I'm doing. I've been asked to take the game, so obviously I've jumped at that, and and I'll continue to do that until I'm told differently.
When you hear some of the names that have been mentioned, Carlo Ancelotti in particular is one that's doing the rounds now. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel excited?
I mean, I don't want to get drawn into names, but of course, all these guys are fantastic managers, aren't they? And all these are great managers. So hopefully the club will find the right one.
And when it comes to that sort of level of manager, does that make you excited? Do you think that's a great thing that Everton have been linked with managers of that calibre?
Yeah, absolutely. We want the best managers in the world managing our football club.
Good for me.
Hello, Duncan. Damien Johnson from Premier League.
Hi there.
You had some success as a player against Manchester United. What would be your fondest memory of going to Old Trafford?
Yeah, obviously when I scored 2 goals, that was my first goals there. So yeah, I always had quite a good record against Manchester United, and probably that was probably one of my best goals I'd scored actually, the first one. So yeah, happy days.